All my years back in the day in the university when I started and all, I always wanted to teach people because I had a problem when I started. Nobody wanted to teach me. People are wicked.
Today, we document the story of one of Abuja's A-list creative director. He shot for one of the most powerful political offices in Kogi State.
Of course, I was working with a governor. I was his personal videographer and senior special assistant on digital communication. And amazing, one of the best persons to work with.
At the beginning, there was no camera, no lights, no crew, no studio, just a borrowed laptop with webcam.
That was me. That video you just watched now was me some 10 years ago thereabout. I would shoot using my HP 655 using Cyberlink webcam, then edit the video using Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker. And seeing this video now just brought back the memory.
But the same man has only one laptop that was stolen.
So that laptop was stolen from my room, right at my head. It was not as if I was not in the room. I was sleeping. I had just finished doing some stuff and I kept the laptop just by my head, laid down. When I woke up, it wasn't there with the charger.
God. And when that laptop was stolen, the work stopped. Or maybe it didn't. Gather your village. Let's talk about it. This is the story of Director Ope, a filmmaker who refuses to let losses decide his future. Do you make a lot of money from this?
When I entered university, a dear friend of my uncle, amazing person, shout out to him, Uncle Rio One, Barrister Rio One. I'm not sure he remembers. When I got admission to read law, he gave me a laptop, HP 655, as a gift to go to university. This person is not my uncle. He's not related to my family. He's a friend to my uncle. He just liked me, and he's an amazing person. So he gave me one HP 655. So that was the laptop I resumed university with. Now, when I now decided to fully go into filmmaking, chose a date, selected a date that this date I'm going to announce my brand, you know. I took that decision. 3 days to that day. 3 days. And my friend David is a witness to this because we're not just classmates, we're roommates. 3 days to that day, that laptop was stolen. And that was all I had to actually start making videos. You know, it was not so, the laptop wasn't so good because the HP 655. If I wanted to render a 10-second animation on After Effects, it takes 24 hours. Like from today, I will plug the laptop, it will be rendering till tomorrow, literally. You know? And if the laptop goes off, that's all.
Do you have stable power supply as at then?
Yeah, that's the amazing thing because in school then, we had very good power supply. At that initial stage, it got bad later on. But at that initial stage, we had good lights every day, you know. So that laptop was stolen from my room, right at my head. It was not as if I was not in the room. I was sleeping. I had just finished doing some stuff and I kept the laptop just by my head, laid down. When I woke up, it wasn't there with the charger.
God.
So my friend came into the room. Now it was he saw me. He was like, "What's in the apple? What's up?" I said, "Steal my laptop." He said, "Let's go to security needs, sharp. Let's go and report. If it's now they stole it, then it means the person hasn't gone far. Security department can come to the hostel and they will ransack and you can get it quick. Let's go." I laughed and I told him no. He said, "Guy, let's go now." I was laughing. I said, "Guy, no." He said, "Why?" I said, "No, be the only laptop we get." I said, "That's the proof I was waiting for." I asked God to give me sign that this thing is going to work. And he has given me this. He said, how this one won't take the sign? Now this kind of sign God give. How is this a sign? I was like, wait, the greatest proof or one of the strongest proofs that this thing will work is adversity. It's the fact that something is fighting my starting it. Something just doesn't want me to start. So I have my sign. Without the laptop, I will start. And yes, 2 days after I read there about as stipulated, I started without a laptop, without a camera. Because before then, I was shooting with that laptop. I would go to our faculty of medicine was far in the bush, and it was the quietest part of the school. So I would go there without my friend David and another of my friend Nimi and some other of my classmates, and we would go into the bush there to go record videos with the laptop. I used the webcam. Yes.
Okay.
I was using the webcam.
I remember you shared a video on your
yeah.
That was me. That video you just watched now was me some 10 years ago thereabout. And what I'm about to tell you, I've got friends who can testify to it. Nini, David, and a couple of others were my actors back then. And I would shoot using my HP 655, using Cyberlink webcam on the laptop, then edit the video using Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker. Later on, I advanced to Pinnacle Studio, then to Adobe Premiere Pro.
I was using the webcam. So that was my laptop and my camera was stolen that day. So I was like, it's not as if the laptop is even the best in the world in the first place. So I'm going to start, and I started. Then there was this amazing classmate of mine, Friday, shout out to him also, very amazing guy. I owe that guy something. Let me blow first. I'm just giving it time. I've always had it in mind because he let his laptop loose for me. He gave me to use. He believed in what I was doing. He actually even wanted to learn from me at that time that I was even still trying to learn. Right? He saw prospect and wanted to learn with me, wanted to work with me. So he released his laptop for me. So I was editing with a borrowed laptop for well over a year to 2 years. No camera, no laptop, but I was making videos. So if I needed a camera, I would just rent, then I'll use this laptop.
Every single creative faces difficulties, and Director Okpe was not an exception.
Funny thing is, I was never that child that had multiple ambitions growing up. The way you would, today you want to be an astronaut, tomorrow you see soldiers, you want to be soldiers, next tomorrow you see doctors, you want to be a doctor. Growing up as a kid, all I ever wanted to be was a lawyer. That was all. From the moment I had self-awareness and all that, I had never changed my mind about becoming a lawyer. I just wanted to be a lawyer. And greatly influenced by my dad, because he worked in the judiciary for a long period of time before leaving active service to do full-time ministry. But I just wanted to be a lawyer. And my coming into filmmaking started with my desire to, as a matter of fact, share knowledge, strangely. I had a very good run in secondary school. Amazing run in secondary. In secondary school, I was traveling the country for national debate competitions. I was a national debate champion. I did my secondary school in Kogi State. I was state best speaker for like 3 to 4 years unbeaten throughout. No particular defeat within the state. I was on rampage, so to say. So, and that was largely because I've always been a reader. I've always loved books, not academic books or these textbooks. I've never liked those. But reading books, self-development and all that, I had always loved them. So when I was about leaving secondary school, graduating, I began to dream of writing my own book. The first book I ever wrote I was in GSS 3. It was a storybook titled From Grass to Grace. Just a child trying out his hand. And then, so when I was leaving the university, I began to put thoughts. When I was leaving secondary school, I began to put thoughts to papers, writing my book. So I started a research while I was writing the book to see how the book can get out there, how what I was trying to share can really go out. And strangely, at the time, from my research at that time, I began to realize that we're slowly moving from a reading dispensation to a visual dispensation. At the time, Instagram was not what it was yet, and then Facebook, they were just still budding, coming up. But we're slowly moving away from reading to visuals. People were more inclined to what they saw than what they read. People were not hardly even reading. So I said, Kai, how well will books do for me this time? If I want to be an accomplished author, how well will it do? So now, still seated in the house there thinking, I was like, wait, you've always liked cameras. I've always been fascinated with cameras. When I see films, even as a child, I knew it wasn't real, but I was always wondering, how did they do it? You see a film, somebody's head is cut off. I know it's not real. Did he not really cut the person's head? How did he do? So I was like, wait, you have this love for cameras and all that. Why not turn these things you want to write about into stories? Then tell them. That way, you would not lose out in this visual dispensation that's coming. And you'll still be able to share that knowledge if need be. I was like, okay, so I started a journey to self-teach myself filmmaking.
Wow.
Yeah. I initially tried to learn from a couple of persons here and there, but nobody was giving me attention. They were just hoarding information and knowledge. Wow. So
you didn't pay to learn?
No. I couldn't. I wanted to. In fact, at some point, I wanted to serve to learn. I was willing to do boy for a particular guy just so that I could learn filmmaking from him. I was willing to just be his boy. If he needed me to do anything, I would do it. You know, but it didn't work out. So I decided, okay, I promised myself I will learn this thing and this guy will beg me to do work for him one day. I did it. In less than a year, he was begging me to actually do some work.
Crazy.
In less than a year.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Because I invested day and night learning it.
So how did you get to learn filmmaking on your own? You know, that's really crazy. I really want to know that. Was it YouTube University?
Okay, yes. Part of it was YouTube, but a large part of it was YouTube. A large percentage of it would be YouTube in some way when it comes to the theoretical part of it, learning the theories and all that. But one of the major problems I had with YouTube at the time was that most of the contents were tailored different from our client. Most of the YouTube videos and tutorials were made by foreigners, white people and all that. So you carry the knowledge, the settings they gave you in the video for videos they did with their own people. You try and implement it here and you're having a different result, you know, because their skin tones are different, you know, the color temperature of their scene, you know, all of those kind of things, you know. So it was kind of hard catching up with YouTube. So I just entered the field with camera. So a portion of it was YouTube. Another percentage of it was practicals, just getting on the field and just doing it anyhow. Just getting my hands dirty.
What year was this?
This was as far back as, not too far back, but I think 2015 thereabout. Nearly 9 to 10 years that I started professionally. Before then, I had been, you know, in it, I've been doing here and there, but professionally getting into it fully was from 2015.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if creativity is your part, stop looking for motivation and put your head down and work.
Gather your village people. Let's talk about it.
Gather your village people. Let's talk about it.
That's catchphrase. What's bad about it?
Okay, funny thing is, there's no particular sensational story behind it, but all the while, I'm not very much an extrovert. It's what people don't know. A lot of persons don't know about me. I'm more introvertish than I am, or I'm more introverted than I am extroverted. You know, so for a long time being in the filmmaking industry and all that, I wasn't putting out content. I had 900 and a half followers.
Wow.
Yeah, that half was somebody that would follow me today. Tomorrow, I'll go back to 899. Next tomorrow, I'll go back to 900, So it was dwindling, and I really didn't care because I didn't care about social media. So long as I'm winning in real life, I really didn't care. So, but I always had this burning passion to share knowledge, to teach filmmaking, So when I started making content specifically to teach people filmmaking, I was wondering, what will I start? How will what will I be known for? I wanted something that, people would, associate with me as a way to, just get people's attention. That time, Kegan was doing Come Closer. Whenever he says something, he says, come closer, And several other persons had their own catchphrases and all that. So I started my house then. Then I had a house, I had a place in Lokoja and a place here because I was working with the governor of Kogi State. I was his personal videographer. So I was there just racking my head. What will I start with? I tried different things. I can't even remember the ones I tried. I tried different phrases or different other videos.
Well, was there any catchphrase you can remember?
I really can't. That's the funny thing. Because this one has now stuck so well that it feels like that was what I started with. But I was trying different things to see the one that would just blend. And that particular evening, it just dawned on me, we Nigerians, we have this particular affinity to our local communities and all that. Okay, why not gather your village? Initially, it was not even gather your village people. It was come to the village square. Let's have a meeting, something like that. I was like, that's too long. I used it for a couple. It just didn't work. So I was not like, gather your village people. It just stopped.
Nice.
Sometimes I wonder if lack of equipment is the reason why a lot of creatives have not really started making content. And it makes me ask, before you say you can start, ask yourself this: is it really equipment you lack or courage?
It's one of the things that happened to it didn't start now. Even it's always been like that from back in the day. It's something you have to defeat. Because the fact is, when you even grow in the industry, especially if you're a director, like myself, for example, you will stop buying equipment. I don't buy equipment anymore.
Oh, wow. Really?
Because you soon realize that you don't need them. As a director, what do you really need to buy a $15,000 camera for? A $10,000 camera, a $5,000 camera? Maybe for a few jobs around the house or thereabout. Ask DJ Omori how many cameras he has. That guy he has all the money to buy any camera he wants to get. But I don't think he has any. The reason is because as you grow in the industry, you now realize that some of the best cameras or best equipments you will have to work with are not equipments you should personally have. Just rent them.
True.
It should be part of the budget you're submitting to your client. Invest your money more in knowledge. Invest your money more in learning, building your craft. Maybe buy a PC, a laptop if you enjoy editing or if you want to edit, so you can personally edit, or you spend money in setting up your workspace, and all of that stuff, for the comfort that it will give you to work on your own, But you see equipment and gadgets, tone down on it, relax. Just yesterday, I was on this field to do a job for someone, and I had to travel all the way down there, over 4 hours of traveling, because the person who was the personal videographer to this particular client delivered a job that wasn't good. enough. And this person is in the political space, big, because they didn't want to disturb me, in quote, right? They didn't feel like that's something they should call me for, So because I do documentaries and full-fledged production for them, but I've become family to these people. So they was like, please, this video is very important to us. It's very important. Can you come? I said, oh, no problem. So when I got there, they were like, okay. They brought the videographer, and they were like, they would really need me to train this guy so that they don't disturb me for things like this anymore. That do I train online? So the guy, I said, no, he has to come to Abuja and all that. Now, whilst we were talking, the guy murmured and pointed to my camera as if to tell them that they are complaining about his job and comparing with mine, but can they see the camera I'm working with compared to what he works with? And I stopped him immediately. I said, knowledge is the most important thing. The camera, yes. I'm never going to downplay equipment, the best of gadgets, but you give a very good camera to a dummy, he will still produce dummy results. There's no two ways about it. So I told him, I said, knowledge first. This stuff you're using now, if I hold it and I do video here now and I send to these people, you may lose your job. You may actually lose your job.
Yeah.
But this was private now because I didn't want to cast him. He's a fellow creative, so I wasn't, and I'm not interested in doing his work. So there's no need casting any aspersions. But I had to correct him. Invest in knowledge. Knowledge is what is going to give you leverage to demand things. Knowledge is what is going to give force and strength to whatever demand you lay. The fact that you know what you're doing means that when you ask for something to make it better, they are going to give you. But right now, if you ask them for a better camera, they are not sure to give you. They have the money to actually buy any camera you're looking for, but they don't trust what you can do with it because you've not been able to produce good results with the one you have. So stop looking at the equipment first. Invest here. Equipments come along the way. You're going to buy cameras as a young creative coming up. You're going to buy cameras and you'll get tired of buying. You're going to need to start changing cameras. You see, there's this force about buying equipment, storing up equipment and all that. It's because we don't actually know how these equipments run. Right? Equipment, say for example, now you buy a Blackmagic camera. If you don't use a Blackmagic camera in Nigeria for a while, it begins to develop mold in the image sensor. Any Blackmagic camera, it begins to develop mold because of the humidity, our weather. And once that happens, you have to change the image sensor. That's like changing the camera. So why exactly are you bothering yourself? And if you buy a Blackmagic camera now, or you buy a Sony camera, let's say Sony R5 now, you buy it now. Next year, a different version is going to come out.
Definitely.
What are you now going to do?
As always.
You buy a lens. All of these things, then you will get tired. So we came in on the go. I spent well over 15 million thereabout, just getting equipment here and there, lenses, on the go, right there. Got into the car, went back, all that. That was the last time I spent bulk money on equipment at the time. Now, of course, over time I have equipment way more than that, but that was the last time because there's certain jobs you need to do, right? That say, for example, now you want to shoot an ad, and maybe the cameras you have are Sony cameras, Sony lenses, and then maybe Blackmagic, because I have Blackmagic, I have Sony's strictly. There's a certain project that you need an ARRI. You begin to have certain clients that this camera is not going to work because of the kind of display the video is going on and all that. You need more. So for like a month, 2 months, you might not use your cameras. You're not using any of your equipment. You're not touching them. You're sitting behind you're sitting behind the camera with a monitor, watching as things play out, directing and all that. Then you realize, what was I actually? Well, sometimes one of the traps a lot of creatives fall into is the need to belong, the need to be among. So I want to have the latest Ronin, DJI Ronin, the latest Xeon Crane. I want to have the latest lens so that when I come somewhere, they see me kitted. They see they be like, this one. There's a place for that when you start.
Yeah.
When you start, you need to appear.
Like, yeah.
Do you get it? Yes, you need to. Right, but at some point you put up your childish ways, just like pause. The Bible. when you even start, sometimes for no reason you just be wearing hand glove.
Oh, wow.
You are dressed up, you wear jacket, you wear hand glove. The crane you are holding is not actually peeling your hand. Why are you wearing hand glove? But it's just to appear the part, look the part, So there's a place for that when you start. You carry your crane, and then you wear extra lenses. You're backing all these things so that you look serious.
Yeah.
But right now, I want to be as light as possible when I go on set. When I go for shoots, I want to be as light as possible. Because you're not really trying to convince anybody that you can do this thing again. You should know that I can do this thing. Yeah. You've seen my work, So, any creative out there should not really be bothered or allow the lack of equipment to stop them from starting.
So, the money you spent for equipment that it was your equipment?
Yeah, it was my equipment.
It was not for client?
No, it was my equipment.
Crazy.
It was my equipment.
So,
and funny thing is, that time I did not have cow. I didn't have a car, so my manager then was like, I had an official car with a driver. It was not my car, right? Because of course I was working with a governor. I was his personal videographer and senior special assistant on digital communication, and amazing, one of the best persons to work with. The creative freedom I enjoy working with him is amazing because I still work with him till now. So there was a driver that could take me anywhere and all that, but I didn't have a personal car. So ordinarily I should have gone for a personal car, and I regret not going for a personal car. Oh, wow. Right? So, but of course I have a small car. I'm moving around now. I see myself doing filmmaking for a whole while.
Oh, wow.
For a whole while. I see myself doing it for a very long time. But again, it's life. It's life. It might come with a different direction sometime later. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll become governor. Just joking. Just kidding. But I'm just saying that all things being equal, I've settled the cost that I must follow.
Yeah. Do you make a lot of money from this?
It depends on what you call a lot of money. Because from my own viewpoint, no.
Oh, wow.
From my own viewpoint. That's why I say it depends on what you call a lot of money. Perhaps what I'm saying is not a lot of money, might be a lot of money to somebody else, from what I make. But not as I want just yet. But it's a process, of course.
Yeah.
But am I making good enough money for now? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
My bills are sorted. I feed fine. My family does feed fine. So far, so good.
Beyond filmmaking, Director Ope is known for mentoring and coaching young creatives. This conversation focuses on why he teaches and how he approaches it.
Teaching became so important to me because I couldn't find someone to teach me when I started. I was looking for desperately because I've always liked knowledge. But I couldn't get someone to teach me when I started. So I promised myself, and I used to say to my friend that time, that once I learn this thing, I will teach people and I'll make it easier for them to understand. No matter how complex it is, if I'm able to understand it, I'll then go on a journey to finding how to make it a lot easier for someone else to understand. So it stemmed from the fact that I couldn't get someone to teach me. And of course, I couldn't afford to go to film school.
Oh.
You know, I was already in law school. I was already studying law. So how was I really going to go to film school? So that's really where teaching stems from.
Have you ever worried about giving knowledge to people, like trying to keep some stuff?
That's one of the things I've always even advocated against, gatekeeping. I think gatekeeping to an extent, it's beneficial. Maybe for reason of keeping trade secrets and some other things, right? Maybe when you're running a company to avoid your competition. So for that, I can understand. When it comes to knowledge like the one I share, right? I don't think there is any point gatekeeping any information. You only gatekeep if you have an inferiority complex. If you feel like, if I let this thing out and other people know it, they will surpass me. It just means you're not growing yourself. You stop growing. But if you're somebody who's given to continually learning and growing, you'll not be afraid of people surpassing you. Because see, no matter how you hide the knowledge, one day people will get it.
Yes, sir.
They'll just not get it from you.
Yeah.
And when they get it outside of you, you will hear
it's a problem.
You understand? So there's really no sense in gatekeeping. How did you that you are gatekeeping, how did you get it? How did you get the knowledge? The way you got it, somebody else will get it and probably even get it easier, right? So I'm never worried about, I've never thought, oh, I should keep this one to myself. I should not let, trade secrets are a different ball game in the corporate world and, you know, and all that. But when it comes to sharing knowledge, impacting people with what you know, or trying to make it easier for people, you know, because we were in an age where attention span is very little, it's very short. So you need to make things a lot easier for people to understand. And that's what I'm actually out for. So if I can do that and be able to impact other upcoming filmmakers, why not do that? Why gatekeep? What am I keeping it for? You are gatekeeping gate that is not your own. Why?
Gatekeeper.
you are not the foundation of the thing. You understand?
Yeah.
Why do you even choose to be a gatekeeper when you can own the house? You can't do the both. You can't gatekeep then live in the house. If you are gatekeeping, you have to stay at the gate. And then stop people from entering. But people who are forceful, or who find their way, will enter, leave you at the gate, and enter the house. You will remain at the gate because you are a gatekeeper. So how are you really going to progress? You know, and that's one of the advantages of this sharing of knowledge. With sharing of knowledge, the first partaker of it is you. You are the first partaker because you have to go and research to come and share. You have to learn to share. You have to know to share. So who is really being impacted first? When I see something that's complex, I have to go in and research, find a way to make it easier. That process of researching actually takes me on a different level of exposition, makes me understand these things on a whole different level. So you are really not getting it better than me. So why will I gatekeep?
Yeah, so it seems like so many people, or use the word creative, are going into filmmaking, photography for the money's sake. You get, you feel like, there's a lot of money on YouTube, so let me make YouTube content. I see Director Ope post a lot of videos on YouTube. For him to be consistent, it's like he's making money from this. Let me start doing this. You know, so I say, I heard that they are paying on TikTok stream. Let me start streaming. You know, there's like, you don't know what's happening. You feel like, actually, I'm making money from this, but the money is the drive, the money is the goal. What do you have to say to such people, you know?
Go ahead. See, it might be unpopular opinion because I'm not a motivational speaker. So now I say, don't let money be your passion. Don't let money be your drive. Don't let money be the reason why. So what should not be your hunger? Poverty. But here's the thing, right? You have to learn how to draw the line. Okay. Strange and funny thing is, I didn't enter filmmaking because of passion.
Wow. Okay.
Just like I told you my story of how I started. I wanted to get my work out there, right? But when I wanted to get my work out there in visual form, I also needed to figure out a way to get my work out there that it will be able to pay my bills so that I can face my passion and approach my passion without fear of lack. Because in the true sense of things, right, passion should be something you can do irrespective of what you earn from it.
Yeah.
If it's a passion, what you make from it shouldn't matter. Right? And I've always been passionate about law. So I wanted to be able to earn money outside of law so that I can practice law without any pressure. It will be on my terms. Because I love it. I just love this stuff. Right? It just so happens for me that, and some people can get that lucky, that what I found is also something that I am interested in. It's not something that is abstract and just a way that I don't like, I'm not interested. I started with something that I am interested in. So when I started and the money wasn't coming, it wasn't a deterrent. It couldn't stop me. That's why I say you have to draw the line. Yes, I started because I wanted something that would give me a source of income, give me inflow of money and all that. But I knew also to draw the line to know that money was not the primary thing. It was going to come in afterwards. Because if you don't draw that line, frustration will kill you. You will think. You have high BP at 18. You are 18, you are still trying, but you have high blood pressure. Because every night you are sitting there and thinking, money is not coming in, and all that. So you still have to draw the line. It's okay if money is your motivation, but you have to also draw the line. If it's a long-term goal, I want to be one of the biggest YouTubers in Nigeria, earn so and so from YouTube as an all-time goal. That is not a bad goal. But you have to also draw the line to know that it's going to be a journey. So that when you start and the money isn't coming, you have your eye fixed on that overall goal and you keep working, you keep pushing. That's what is going to keep you. It is that discipline that will keep you on the grind. It will keep you on the grind. Not the motivation of money. The motivation of money will fizzle out when it doesn't come. Right? But that discipline to say, okay, come what may, I'll continue. That's what will now bring the money at the end of the day. So it's good if you're starting because you want to make ends meet. Why do people go and work? Not because they want to make ends meet. Why do people go to civil service, get jobs in companies? Why are people running to look for job in oil companies? Oh, they are passionate about oil. It's to make ends meet. So why should a creative be different?
True.
Why should you understand? It's also a job. Why can't a creative also come into the creative industry because they want to make ends meet? If you are going into the oil industry because you want to make ends meet, you just have to let yourself know that it's not going to be immediate. The money is going to come, but it's not going to come immediately. So that you would be able to stay on and keep pushing until when the money begins to flow in.
I don't know about you, but you need to be intentional. If money is your goal, you need to be honest about it. If dedication is your weakness, try as much as possible to fix it. Creativity rewards those who began, not those who wait.
If you're just starting out, continue. Just like every other journey of life, it's okay not to know the entire journey. It's okay to miss your step here and there. You miss your turns. But the most important thing is that you keep moving. Right? You're going to have a lot of reasons to not continue. And your reasons are going to be very legitimate. That's the problem. They're not going to be bad reasons. But keep at it. Keep at it. And an advice I also give to people who have 9-to-5s and are coming into the creative industry. Don't sack yourself. You have a 9-to-5, you now say, they are paying you. Somebody is earning 400,000, 500,000 naira thereabout, or 300, 200,000 naira. You now say, I'm a creative, I'm passionate about, I need to leave this. Hunger will kill you. Hunger will kill you passionately with your passion. Wait. Find a way. Just find a way to blend it. It will be hard, especially if your job is a demanding one. But just find a way. when it's time for you to leave the job, you would know. Right? Don't be in a hurry, in a rush to just drop everything. No. Just find a way, hard as it might be. Find a way to blend it.
True.
When the time comes for you to leave the job, you will leave the job and you will succeed. You will still excel. Okay. So yeah.